Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Taurus for the week of July 25th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, let's see what we have here for you, Taurus. Now I'm using the Gilded Tarot as well as the Fortune Cookie Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. Also, less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, so please do hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel out in a big way. It'll ensure that you get updates from me as well. So let's see what we have here for you, Taurus. All right, I think that looks good enough to me for right now. We'll go ahead and put this up here. And then I'll also take 3 of these Fortune Cookie cards to clarify as we go along. All right. So Taurus, there's a little bit of confusion in your life right now. It's one of these situations that doesn't feel like a bad thing. The confusion might be because of, like, you have, it's like, how am I trying to describe this? Have you ever heard that phrase, like, it's a good problem to have? Have you ever heard that phrase where it's like, I have a problem, but it's a good problem to have? It's almost like you're being faced with a challenge, but it's not like, it's not like doom and gloom. It's like you have a good problem to have, meaning you are in a good position for yourself. There's absolutely something that I think you're banging your head against the wall on something, or you have been here recently. But again, it's probably because you care, and it's probably because you've done something to put yourself in a position of success. You've done something to set yourself up for success, or you've done something that to really help yourself out in a way here. So yeah, I definitely like what I see here for you. So let's just go ahead and dive into this a little bit more. In the overall situation, you do have the 7 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups represents confusion. It could also represent this idea of having an abundance of choice. It can say that maybe be careful of getting a little bit overwhelmed at this time. But you can see that there are so many different cups to choose from. There are so many different paths to go down. And this really asks you to come back to center and ask yourself to maybe approach this choice that you have to make from a level head, from a place of grounded energy. You know, the 7 of Cups may ask you to really ground yourself. This can be something that comes in when you're like in the air too much. You know, you're in the air, you need to come back down to earth before you make a decision, because there is a decision that needs to be made here. And I do think that there's a little bit of a struggle for right now for you in making this decision. What I like is that in the future, you will figure this out. You will absolutely come to the right choice for yourself, as is always the case, right? The worst thing you could do, from my perspective, and this is just my perspective, so take it or leave it, it's fine. But like the worst thing you can do in a situation like this is to do nothing. Sometimes in life, no action is the best action, but that's not always the case. Sometimes in life, you have to pick a cup or you have to pick a path and just allow yourself to see what happens, because too many people get wrapped up in this idea of failure. Like, too many people are afraid of failure. And in that case, the worst thing you could do is just stay where you are. And so this is something that I'm feeling guided to tell you, where it's like you can't really, it seems like you're in this position here where you can't really fail. The only failure for you would be not doing something. In the past, you have the 8 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So clearly you've planted some seed here. The Ace of Pentacles is major seed energy. It's kind of getting this new beginning in your life, typically in the material life. So this could mean that you've started a new job, or you've been like laying the groundwork to start a new job, Taurus, or something like that here. And the 8 of Swords is like asking you to get out of your own way. It says that there's a solution in front of you. That's the thing about the 8 of Swords. There's a solution available, but for whatever reason, you're in this blind energy. You're in this blindfold energy here, as you see this person has a blindfold on. And this really asks you to get out of the trap of your mind. This comes forward when you're in a logical trap, okay? You're trying to think your way out of a situation, or you're thinking yourself out of doing something. You know, another way of saying that is like you're psyching yourself out. Like you're psyching yourself out of making a choice. And the thing is, again, you'll never really know. This person will never find the solution to their problem until they take the blindfold off, right? But the thing is, as soon as they take the blindfold off, it's like the key to unlock the door is right in front of them. They just couldn't see it the entire time. And so it's like, this is what I feel like telling you here, Taurus, at this moment. Now, in the future, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Queen of Pentacles, I think, is your energy. That's the energy of, in this case, I think this can be any earth sign, but I think that this is you showing up here, Taurus. Doesn't matter what gender you are. With this Queen of Pentacles, you know, this is somebody who is not only an earth sign, but also somebody who is a practical thinker. Somebody who makes the right choice for themselves and really for their sort of material situation. This person has money on their mind, and many of their choices come from a place of security. Like, is this choice that I make going to kind of get the ball down the field, so to speak, in terms of my financial fitness, in terms of my financial life? You know, am I going to move down the field here in the choices that I make? And so this person is not going to rock the boat. This is somebody who's going to make a practical choice. Again, I think some of you are maybe in this, you're psyching yourself out type of energy here, where it's like, am I going to make the right choice? Am I not going to make the right choice? It's like you are, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, which Queen of Pentacles, very earthly energy, as I said, so grounded, right? Grounded energy. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune as well. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is your destiny arriving. This is coming in the distant future, but this says that the wheel here in the future for you will spin, okay? It will spin in your direction. And what that means is there's the condition of favorability will increase in your life when you get the Wheel of Fortune, meaning situations are favorable for you. The thing is, the wheel keeps spinning. Okay, when you get the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel keeps spinning. So you have to take advantage when you get a Wheel of Fortune card. Again, the worst thing here is to not act. In this case, the worst thing is to not act. Because, you know, Wheel of Fortune can bring big blessings into your life. It's Jupiter energy. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at what else we have going on here. So you have the Three of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords, and you have the Four of Wands. Okay. So many of you here, I mean, look, so we have these two court cards, the King and the Queen of Pentacles here in the suit of Pentacles in the Earth energy. And so the practical side of life, the tangible side of life is extremely important for you right now. This idea of being grounded in reality is extremely important for you right now. You know, obviously, I think make sure you have you've crossed your T's, dotted your I's here. It is important that you make a choice, but make sure you come to it from a place of grounded energy. And yeah, some of you also want to get out in nature at this time here. For yourself, Taurus. I also think that this is just referring to you generally with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Both cards are successful, like I said, in material situations, but I think some of you may want to even just like go for a hike. I'm feeling guided to tell you that, or like, you know, maybe hiking's not your thing. Just go outside, just like spend some time in nature, take a trip if you can, something like that here. You have this Three of Wands, which is travel energy. You can see that this person's waiting for the ship to sail away or come into shore. So that can be a card indicating travel. I do feel like maybe some of you went to just take a day trip even, or something like that. But, you know, the Three of Wands in another level is you taking something to another level. It's getting fired up. It's gearing up. It's moving the ball down the field, if you will. And, you know, with this Eight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Wands, growth and expansion here. Okay, you've clearly planted a seed that's now growing. And the thing is, it's almost like you're in a no-fail position is what I feel like saying. Page of Swords, the Four of Wands is interesting. It's like the Page of Swords may ask you, there may be something about delay with the Page of Swords associated there, but it's almost like the time to there's like no time to delay is what I feel like saying. Like the idea of delaying here doesn't seem to fit in this reading. And so, not to put pressure on you, but it's almost like it's almost like inaction is not the right choice at this time. But I can't tell you what to do, right? That's up to you. And so make the right choice for you. Four of Wands is stability, structure, achievement, foundations and achievements in one's life. It's also a major card of marriage. It is interesting, the King and the Queen of Pentacles are counterparts in the tarot with the card of marriage here, so that is interesting. Some of you may have something like that on your mind. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. You have health. An excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. Definitely like to see that for you. You then have intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Obviously not financial advice. And then you have romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. Okay, so definitely like to see this for you here. It is possible that some of you have a romantic situation brewing, bubbling up here for some of you with the King and the Queen of Pentacles plus the Four of Wands. That's certainly possible for some of you. And, you know, not only come to a place of grounded energy here with this Seven of Cups, this choice that you have to make, but also trust your gut, right? Trust your gut. That might be the best way forward. You have the Ace of Wands. You have the Star card, and you have the Fool. Okay, so Ace of Wands is a amazing card to find. So you have actually two aces here lining up in the same column in the past. For me, there's been a big, I wanted to say like a big bang in that you set big events in motion, okay? You've set big events in motion here in the past, and this is really helping you out in the present and in the future for yourself, okay? With this Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles showing up here, as well as this idea of growth and expansion, practicality. So there's been something that you started here, or you got started on in the past that's really, really, really important for you. Ace of Wands can talk about the best card to find if you're looking to physically start something. This could be a business, this could be a side hustle, this could be a project, this could be a new relationship. And so there was something here that's gotten started for you. Now, the thing is, you have the Star in the middle, one of my favorite cards, if not my favorite card to find. Actually, you have two, my two favorite. These are my two favorite cards. The Ace of Wands and the Star are my two favorite cards in the tarot. The Star is this idea of wishes being granted. It's optimism, it's healing, it's hope for the future. It's also a very good card of healing. The pool of water in the Star card is a healing pool of water, so it's very good if you've been looking to heal something as well. Very amazing energy. It's Aquarius energy. And then you have the Fool. The Fool is a powerful new beginning. The Fool for me is like the power of all four aces in one card. And the Fool says that you are ready to leap forward. The Fool only comes forward in a tarot reading when you're ready, okay? And I do have to say, I think almost all signs have gotten the Fool card this week. And I use multiple decks, I shuffle them very well. I think almost everybody has had the Fool card. So it's pretty amazing. There is new start energy in the air for the collective, and certainly for you with two aces and a Fool card. So you're making the right choice here, okay? You're making the right choice. Let's see what else we have. You have the Five of Cups, and you also have the Page of Wands. Okay, so the Five of Cups is disappointment, it's despair, but it also asks you to look on the bright side of life. Okay, do not allow yourself to spend time thinking about the cups that are broken, that are spilled, that are empty, when you have two cups behind you that are overflowing, that are upright. And that's what I feel like for some of you, it's this idea of realizing that the solution is right in front of you. The key to the door is right in front of you. You just have to take the first step, is what I feel like saying. The Page of Wands is a passionate new beginning as well. With the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is actually more about like a passionate new offer or a message that comes in that excites you. It's also the energy of energy. It could be you as well, meaning you're full of energy at this time, or showing up here in the future, you're full of energy. It can come forward when there's a job offer on the table. If you've been looking for one, like if you've been putting in your resumes, your applications, it's a big card indicating a job offer. There's absolutely a new beginning here. And look, with this Wheel of Fortune, it could feel destined. It could feel destined for you. And this could be something that you do for quite a long time with the Four of Wands. Again, I think the important thing is make sure you do not allow the opportunity to slip by at this time. Let's see what's at the top of the pyramid. You have the Six of Cups, something you've always wanted to do. Six of Cups is like situations from the past coming into your life, memories of love, memories of the past kind of showing up in your life. So yeah, and it can also represent just needing to stay in the present moment and kind of stop to smell the roses, which I think is very important for you here with the Seven of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is competition. It is, not allowing people to knock you off your path. And, the thing about the Seven of Wands is you can't get there unless you've been successful in your life. Because the card that comes before is the Six of Wands, which is a major victory, but also with success comes competition typically in life. And so it's actually a good card. It's just a reminder that, sometimes we have to defend what we truly believe in. So this is really good. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.